How's it going, legend? So today we're going to break down the scale that I used in the 300 BPM death metal riff. Now I'm going to call this one the Nile scale because that one got a lot of comments saying it sounds like Nile, how to do Nile type of thing. So let's call it that one. So guitar's in E flat. Now Nile doesn't play in E flat, they play in A. So what we've got here is I'm going to start descending from the highest part. What we've got from this, we're starting up high and we're using the harmonic minor except when we get to that 4 and the 1. Then what we're doing here when we do this part, that's your octave. Doing that, that's like in a different position. Same notes in a different position. Which we got that 2-1 there, which would be like doing the then what you do is from that descending scale, what we're going to do is then grab 3 notes at a time out of this scale. And you'll have get the legato there, then I grab that pinch harmonic. So all you're doing is taking those notes, but then grabbing 3 at a time. All this in E. And then the same thing when I came here. You can either do that part because when I'm playing the riff I take those 3 notes, which is an important part about this is the fingering that you use when you're doing these type of 3-note runs. And even when you're descending in this. See, I'm sliding back, but you could go. Get yourself ready for that second position. So that's also important too, like what is the fingers that you're using. Same when we come up in the, when we ascend in that. You know, could you go slide it? Or you can be the 0-1-4. Same when you do the 3 and the 6. So that's important too, if you're going to do. How are you going to do it? Are you going to use it to slide? Now, all of this will depend on the technique you're going to use. And this is a lot of what I've been doing is when I talk about easy death metal patterns or patterns and scales are easy to run through. But how are you going to use them? What are the techniques we're going to use? Why would you want to do a slide instead of, because yeah, if you do that dyad, So this is why it's going to, be very important how you approach these 3-note groups, 4-note groups. Then, you could do the tap. And that's why knowing these scales will help, because that's how you'll know which note to tap, when you know how the layout is. That gives you the roadmap of what notes you're going to use. And then from that, we then improvise with different picking techniques. Do we do palm muted power chords? Do we do more legato? We're going to be picking, So yeah, here's all these different ideas that we can use, and how you would use this descending and ascending scale that I've heard Nile use a lot. If you want to do it with them, you're going to have to do, I think they use drop A. So yeah, it gets a bit different then. I would probably, because I learned this on a 6th string, I'd probably put the 6th string in A standard, and that would open this one up. But that's a whole other idea. If we start looking at drop A on a 7th string, now the position of these patterns and scales will change, because now it's got to fit with that whole drop A tuning. But that's another idea and discussion for another video. So hey, until next time, legends. Before I do my sign out, I just want to thank everybody who has supported this channel so far and helped it to grow into what it is, and encouraged me to keep going, because I'm just a humble guitar player. I'm no super professional here. I'm just someone who loves guitar, and from all the feedback that you guys have given me, encouraging me to be going on this YouTube journey for the last 2 years, it's kept me pushing on. And because you've appreciated, or you've left comments to say that what I've been showing you has helped you, as I find new ideas or explore new ideas or get better at conveying those ideas, then, I get the feedback that it's helping people. And without the feedback, without this support that I've received, I wouldn't have kept going with this channel. So hey, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And this channel would be nothing without you guys. And yeah, it's definitely been a humbling experience, but also a motivational, I'd say, experience, because I've been up since 4:30 this morning, went and worked a full day at work. Here I am now playing my guitar and just loving it. And if anything, I love this instrument. I love the sounds we can get out of it. I love distortion. I love death metal, thrash metal, all variations. And to me, it really just comes the picking techniques that I use and the different patterns and scales, and they are definitely used in death metal. And yeah, that's why I label it that. And in my head, I can imagine it being in a death metal song or from a song that I've heard. So that's why we do it like this. So once again, thank you so much. And until next time, take care of yourself, look after each other, and I will see you in the next one. Catch us later.